The car just got a wash as best I could. So it's red once again. It's just come up from Sydney up to the north coast for Easter, and it's about to get a polish. Those goods over there, they're about to hit it up. Just waiting for these panels to cool a bit. It's been out in the sun, so looking up close, you can see how working in well, not only a pretty rough summer that we just had, but also concrete and cement dusty area has kind of demolished some of the freshly painted areas, and not just the body parts, but down here as well. You can't really see it all that well now, but that looks pretty scaly. That's all cement dust that's hit it. So I can't do anything much about those, but I will be doing something about the paint. So the black stuff can stay the way it is for now, but all this stuff here, it's I've given it a rough go over just by hand once. I'm going to give it a go with the dual action polisher and see how it goes. So right now it's a bit cloudy, a bit rough, but it hasn't had a proper polish in years. So we're just going to see what it comes up like. In particular, I want to take a good bit of notice of these because they fade pretty easily. These winglets. And the back here, that spoiler area, that kind of has a bit of a hard time. I'm not sure why, but it just does. It was painted the same time as the rest of the car. The side's not too bad, but the flat areas, and there's a lot of them on this car, they need to get a good go. So we'll just see how we go. The next day after I've done all the polishing, gave the good work over once or twice in certain areas because it just wouldn't come good. But for only its second polish in about 8 years, I think it's come up all right. So just take you for a quick walk around. It's got a little bit of stuff to go through here, over here. As you can see, it's got the mirror type of shine to it, which is what I was looking for, so it's a good cut. Got the back end as good as I could. Was the same as the rest of the car, but in a few areas it was a little bit hard to get to, down that wiper in particular. The pad being 7 inches and this area being not so big was probably the hardest thing about it. So you make do with what you got. So I did the back end there, the spoiler. The roof was a little bit dicey because this part here is normal metal and this is fiberglass. So what you got there is a few wrinkle finishes there, which is typical with any fiberglass install, but the metal is pretty much the same type of shine, so I'm happy with the way that came out. It could have been a lot worse. Down the sides, on this side, same again, mirror finish. So that's all good, and yeah, basically the hardest part of the whole lot was getting this bonnet done. So that took about 2 different applications, and I'm still trying to chase odd little bits and pieces, as you can see, a couple of little imperfections here and there, but it's turned out well for the most part. So that's not too bad, I reckon. It's stood up fairly well. Front bar was a little bit more of a challenge because it's got a lot of stone chips and pock marks, and yeah, just kind of make do and mend with that one. And the aftermath of the pad, well, yeah, it's starting to come apart already. So, and this is only the first application. So I think I'll be throwing this one away and going for another one after this. Anyway, that's it. And some of the obvious things that you might have noticed, the windscreen wipers, they're still plasti dipped, and I'm going to have to either strip them back or get new wipers because they just can't be fixed. You can't just strip that stuff off. maybe try a WD-40, but it's going to be very ugly. This stuff here, take a close look at it. I've tried to strip it back a bit with WD-40, but it takes a sharp implement to take it off properly, so I have to take some time with that. And the rear wiper, so what do you call it, that stuff, cement dust was getting the better of all those components, being exposed to the outdoors and very hot summers, and yeah, so that hasn't made for a very good finish there. So I might be going for back to black on the wing mirrors and maybe even the windscreen wipers as well, so we'll see how we go. Anyway, that's it, and yeah, not bad for a bit of a cut and shine.